The following is a clip from the Periodic Review of Nasiok, also known as the best f***ing show in the world. Check it out at review.nasiok.com. In our last episode, we replaced the suspension on the project car with a set of coilovers from Enduratech. Now that the car is up on handling, it's time to give it some more stopping power. The stock brakes on a WRX are fine, they'll stop the car, but take it to a track day, an autocross, or a steep twisty canyon, and you'll notice there's room for improvement. To illustrate this, we're going to stop the car 10 times back to back from 60 miles an hour and measure the distances. The stock brakes are obviously not up to the task of sustained heavy braking. The stopping distance was steadily increasing each time we stopped the car, so we capped our test to 10 stops because we didn't want to risk driving off into the woods. Look at that spread. And stop 10. 181 feet 2 inches. It's about 60 feet further than the first stop. I think there's room for improvement. Synaptic 3 Engineering offers a brake upgrade package which is specifically tailored to each car it's used on. At its core, the package consists of DBA rotors, cobalt friction pads, and fluid transfer products lines. The products Synaptic chooses to carry represent a combination of performance, reliability, and results.
A lot of people may just upgrade pads. It's much better to view it as a complete system because there really is no one failure point. You can expect with this particular setup to feel like you did a big brake package upgrade. The most important contribution that the DBA rotors make is dissipating the heat at the rotor level. The DBA rotors have the paw print, which gives you a multi-directional heat dissipation throughout the rotor surface internally. The benefit of going with a two-piece rotor over a single-piece rotor is the fact that you've got dissimilar metals. You've got an aluminum hat and a cast iron rotor. The aluminum hat will basically dissipate heat better for you, and it will also allow for rotor growth. The cobalt pads don't use any type of a binder to hold the pad material together, and the stopping ability with these pads is phenomenal. It's the highest torque-rated pad on the market today.
Cobalt Friction offers a wide range of pads to satisfy everyone from the casual weekend warrior to the most cutting-edge prototype racer. If your car will spend more time on the street than the track, Cobalt Friction's lowliest pad, the GT Sport, will be more than adequate. If you want a set of Cobalt Friction pads for your Subaru, Synaptic 3 is one of the only places in North America to find them.
The pads that we're putting on today will squeal. They will also dust. If you've got a show car, it's not going to be the pad for you. If you're a guy that wants the most performance, it's the pad for you. The reason why you should install stainless lines is because the stainless coating is a weave, and it basically will make it so that the line does not expand. The lines that we're going to be installing today are a coated line from Fluid Transfer Products. The reason why you'd want a coated line is because sand can actually wear through the internal liner if it gets beneath that stainless steel weave, and then you'll start to develop a leak. Awesome.
Oh yeah.
Well, the brakes are on. Now it's time to see if the setup stands up to the hype. When we come back, we'll put our Synaptic 3 brake package through the same test we did on the stock system. Will it do better? Oh, I'm sure. How much better? Well, stick around and find out. We've upgraded the entire brake system on our project car with help from Synaptic 3, Cobalt Friction brake pads, DBA rotors, and Fluid Transfer Products brake lines. No bet in time with these pads. We'll make 10 hard stops and see how much of a difference they've made. Stops on the new brakes, and the difference was overwhelming. The Synaptic 3 package stopped better and more consistently than the stock setup by a country mile. The difference between the first and last stop with the Synaptic package is only 18 feet versus more than 60 with the stock setup. On paper, these brakes look great.
And you haven't even driven the car yet.
I haven't even driven the car yet.
I think you need to go drive the car.
Jesus Christ!